Oh, okay. So I stream it on YouTube and hopefully it's now set. So probably others will just come in a few moments. The emails haven't been sent. There you go. Share ko muna sa Facebook. Busy ang lahat. Okay, so officially, let's get started for our copywriting skills training. And I'm gonna be sharing my screen, and I will just be using Google Doc for tonight for this training. Okay, so let me share my screen, and there we have it. So this is what our training is all about: copywriting. Okay, so we are going to be talking about what is copywriting and what is copywriting in real world and in digital world, and where is copywriting used. So you will notice later on saan nyo makikita yung mga copywriting. And copywriting frameworks, this is very important to know kung ano yung mga frameworks that can be used. And then I will also have a demonstration later on using this framework using AI tool called ChatGPT, and to utilize AI tools once you familiarize frameworks. And then I skip these components of good copy, but we have copywriting exercise after this training. And also I have a recommended copywriting tools and resources. So I intentionally use this on Google Docs so that after our training, I will be able to send that Google Doc directly to you because it contains everything that you needed to know. So you could use this anytime you need to review what we have talked about here, and also the resources that I mentioned here. So you could just get to it when you need them. Okay, so now let's get into the bottom of it. So start with what is copywriting, and basically it's the art and science of writing persuasive, compelling text, or referred as copy. So ito po yung mga tawag. Ang tawag po sa trabaho ng copywriting is to create copies. Okay, so we will have a couple of examples later on, like on sales pages, advertising, mga marketing, and promotional materials. So the primary goal of copywriting is to engage, inform, persuade the reader or viewer to the specific actions such as buying a product, signing up a service, clicking a link, or subscribing to a newsletter. So basically, yun po yung pinaka-goal at trabaho ng mga copywriters. And basically, ang ituturo ko sa inyo dito is I'm not uh, I'm not a certified copywriter, so to speak, but I incorporate copywriting after I've learned a lot about it in my freelancing work. So that's what I'm also going to teach you in here. And you could pursue copywriting career if that's what you want. So what I did in my career is that I learned copywriting and then incorporate it to my existing skill, and also use it for my clients that I could help them build marketing materials because I've learned copywriting. So this is very important when you are a freelancer, because many business owners will need you more. They will be able to rely on more in their marketing, especially copywriting is related to a lot of marketing works, like creating Facebook ads, Facebook ads copy, creating video marketing materials, creating sales pages, opt-in pages. So marami kang um, maitutulong sa business owners. And especially you could set your price at a high rate when you have a copywriting skills built in your existing skill sets. Okay, so that's a good thing because copywriting is in everything, in every marketing. Copywriting is actually a skill in marketing. Okay, so yeah, so that is what copywriting is all about. And here in real world or in the real and digital world, you could see copywriting in billboards like that. To be able to see a lot of billboards, dyan mo makikita yung copy. So let me show you some examples of billboards. Um, you could see them everywhere. Okay, yan po yung, I'm going to give you more examples what copywriting is so that you will understand what it is by examples. For example, ito mga billboards, yan. They write simple copy because limited area lang yung copywriting. So they're, um, kaya also limited text lang yan ang ilalagay nila sa billboards. Yan po yung where you could see all the copywriting. So everything, almost everything you see is copywriting. So these are great copywriting here. Build strong teeth. You see that it's advertising and incorporating with great imagery or visuals. And yeah, so that's to promote a product. So there are other copywriting incorporate that you could use in other work related, like not just billboard, but also other stuff like TV commercials. So here I've added all the links that you could see a lot of examples about what I'm talking about here. So you will know that that is where you could find copywriter. I mean copywriting. Okay, so you could find it everywhere. So even on Facebook ads, that is copywriting. Okay? So ano yung makikita nyo sa mga ads like that, so that's copywriting. So like TV commercials, it's going to be a visual copy to convey messages, and in movie trailers like that, and video thumbnails. If you could see a lot of YouTube videos, if you even TikTok, one of the things that invite you to click is the copy. Like it creates curiosity in not just on image, backing up with a copy like meron kang ilalagay na title sa video that invites curiosity to click the video, something like that. You will combine simple few words in your video thumbnails so that people more will likely more to click or view your YouTube videos or even on other social media videos. Blogs. You could also see copywriting in blogs. And by the way, there is what we call content writing and copywriting, but in marketing, it could be combined. They're called content copywriting. So yung blog content is going to be more likely there's a promotional in it. So that's what we call content copywriting. There is also what we call blog content that is just more about building relationship like that. So it's more likely part of marketing, but still more of building relationship rather than keep promoting products like that. So because of copywriting is more likely to persuade people to take action, to purchase something, or um, to download something or like that. Okay, so I will have more examples later on. So like for example, in landing pages. So sa ating mga trabaho online, like for us, freelancers and virtual assistant, both, you could be in this. When you have a copywriting skill, you'll be able to help in building landing pages because you're able to craft copy for a page. For example, ito po mga sample ng mga pages that you could look at. So this contains copywriting. So like for example, this is a product about fixing bad breath. So you see there will be headline, don't be a mouth breather. So yun po yung copywriting dyan. So there's just words that's been used to convey a message for people to take action. So what is this? So meron siyang call to action dito. So yeah, there also, this is what we call benefits. So ito po yung sub headline or supporting headline. So basically, what you have to remember about copywriting is that any words here, the first, like for example, this headline, the purpose of this is to read the next one. And then the purpose of this is to read to read the next one. So up until yun po yung purpose for every sentence that the goal should be people should read all throughout uh, part of the page. And also there is what we call skim reading. So some people will skim read. So there's a proper structure on your website or on a web page incorporating copywriting to properly meet the schemers. There are people that just wanted to scroll down and just find what's the best information that they could find to convince them to take action. So there's what we call schemer. So I am also one of the schemer um, buyers. So once I know that this is a helpful product, then I will just scheme it and just read what's important that I want to read and what I'm looking for. So that's part of copywriting, that you need to put those details about the product that uh, people need to know and understand. So yun po yung purpose ng copywriting in a landing page, building um, writing copies that convince people to take action. Okay, so here another one, another page. And by the way, what is landing page? By the way, is it's homepage, bro. Oh, okay. So I shared my screen, right? Sabi ng asawa ko, hinay-hinay lang daw. Am I too fast? Okay, so just let me know if I'm just too fast. Okay, so yeah, thank you for coming in. I think the problem was on the email. It was sent delayed. I should have sent you the reminder earlier. I didn't thought that the email again will have a problem in getting sent in time. So there's some kind of problem in the platform that I'm using right now. But anyways, thank you for jumping in. And okay, so bagalan ko lang po konti. Okay. Okay, so thank you for letting me know, Caroline. So here, ito po yung mga samples where you could find copywriting. Okay, so makikita mo ang copywriting on billboards. So you could find that. I'm gonna give you an example again on billboards. May mga text dyan. So yan po yung trabaho ng copywriting. And I'm gonna, this is just short text in a big screen like that. So just to convince people. And some billboards actually are clever. They apply cleverness and curiosity on that. And yeah, it conveys a message that is going to convince people to take action. Like for example, this one, it's actually more on visual, but it always back up with simple text. Yan po yung goal ng copywriter, just to find the best words that actually going to convince people to really remember what is the message of what's being advertised. So more likely, copywriting, you could find them in ads, mga ads, mga commercials, even movie trailers. So they pick the right words to put on the screen on your videos that they're going to promote when they're going to promote a movie that will create an anticipation. Then mga video thumbnails, yung kumbaga like ito yung mga mas our work most likely as a freelancer or virtual assistant in videos. We could apply copywriting more in videos, unless you are going to work on big companies like that big marketing agencies that actually provides big that actually serves big companies. Then you might be able to be in creating billboard ads like that. And more likely for us in virtual assistant work and even on freelancing work, copywriting will be more likely applicable in videos that we are creating, like in video thumbnails. There's always a copywriting included there. It's pretty much like billboard. when we are creating thumbnails. Kung pupunta po kayo sa mga YouTube videos, let me just show some examples here that people will likely to click. So let me see something that is, let me check something that is more convincing here. So you notice that just short mga text, but incorporating other visual elements, which we are going to be talking about on next week's training, because pa-build up po kasi ito. We start with copywriting and then design and then video editing. So kaya we start with copywriting, so you'll be able to have first copy that we will be incorporating on our design later on and on our media. So yan, you notice this, that monetize in 28 days. So, and then a good graphic thumbnail like that. So custom thumbnail. So simple thumbnails like that, that incorporates copywriting. Okay, so yan, just picking the right words. The words that you choose as in copywriting, it is important. The words you choose to put on the video is very important. Okay, so it's also like, for example, when you upload a video, kung title mo is how to make blah blah blah, tapos napakataas, you have to find a way to make it short, and make it more compelling so that people will actually likely to click on that specific video. Okay, so unless like, for example, this one, before and after, so that's a good copy, and even of course there's visual there. Just we will talk more about that in design later on the next training, but it's part of copy. You see here, your brain needs rest, so that's a good copy. Simple and illustration, a simple illustration of a brain, from needy to easy. That's a good one. ChatGPT killing creative jobs. So that's a good headline there. So that's what copywriting more likely is. It's about using text more effectively, and choosing words very meticulously, what to use on to put on screen. Okay, so um, that's why when I assign my team on creating video editing. So it's important that they know some copywriting, because it's very important when creating thumbnails, video thumbnails like that, for the videos that we upload on YouTube channels for clients. Okay, so in blogs, again, as I mentioned earlier, in blogs, we could incorporate copywriting. In blogs, actually, more likely in content writing. It's different than copywriting, but nowadays, since we're the goal of copywriting is to promote something, so blog contents now is could be called content copywriting. So it's kind of content writing with marketing components in it. So that's content copywriting. Then landing pages, as I showed earlier, so ito po yung sample ng mga landing pages. It has a copy there. So you have a headline, a sub-headline, bullet points, and so on and so forth. So hindi ko na i-detail dito, because I have resources for you to go through, because that's part of the assignment. Okay, so you have an assignment that you have to go through, that you are going to spend the time on, to really dig deeper more on copywriting. So what I'm doing here on this training is, I'm just going to point you out to some samples, and also lead you to the foundation, or the fundamentals that you needed to know, especially the frameworks that I'm going to show you in a few minutes. Now, it could also be used in email. Copywriting could also be found in emails. Okay, so there are different emails that you could create, like onboarding email, yung pong nagwi-welcome po kayo ng client, like that. So that's incorporating copywriting there. Deliver email, yun pong pag-deliver ng promise. Like, for example, in a page that says, download the free blah, blah, blah. And then the delivery email should deliver that promise. So you have to have a good copy for delivering that. Nurture email, promotional email, product launch email. So in promotional, nurture email is establishing a relationship. Promotional email is more on promoting a specific product. And then product launch email, so it could be a combination of this, nurturing and promoting. So yun po that's where you could apply copywriting. And I'm gonna give you an example later on, once I showed you the frameworks that's being used on copywriting. So because frameworks, yeah, later on. So let's just talk about frameworks later on. So just more example, social media. You could find that in social media. For example, a Twitter post, a book launch could um, Twitter post for a book launch that could say excited to announce the release of a new novel, like that. So simply you are inviting people to let them know about something. It's basically simple words, right? Yeah. So but incorporating some excitement there, emotions, emotional appeal. So that's what copy contains, and you'll learn more about that in the training that I'm going to give you, that you are going to spend time on in ads. So you're gonna learn a lot on ads. You could find a lot of copywriting in ads on Facebook. So let me show you sample in ads, like in Google. Like for example, pupunta tayo sa Google, google.com. Um, ba mag-search ako ng coffee. Hindi na ako marunong mag-spelling ng coffee. Coffee maker, something like that. So let's say, yeah, so that's coffee maker there. And you will see a lot of ads there. Like for example, let me see if there's any ad here. I don't think they yeah, there's one. Here you see that there's a thumbnail and plus a simple text. That is where you could find the copywriting there. So beautiful 14 cup programmable coffee maker. So you could always see that in your daily life. Okay, copywriting, you could always find copywriting in your daily life, especially on the promotions that you will see in your Facebook, on your, even you're searching something in Google, and you might not notice that when you're searching something in Google, something like product, you might came across on the result as a ads that it will say sponsored here. Um, but that's actually an ad incorporating a good copy there. So yeah, so that's what it is. And even on Facebook, like if I'm going to search for Facebook, Facebook ad library, so you could see a lot, or you could find a lot of sample copy in Facebook ads library. And you notice that in ads, in Facebook ads, you will see there's what they call headlines. So let's see if I could find, like for example, let's say United States here, and then we will look for sample ads about um, diet, uh, diet. No? Let's say diet, uh, and let's see what's the result. You see there, these are ads. Okay, so you notice that this is a good ad, like a good graphic, and then plus a good simple text in there. And then the same thing here. This is what we call copy. So you're writing something about what you're promoting. So happy, healthy, and delicious eating. So something like that. That's a copy. Starting with a salad, I'm gonna show you how to write an a copy like this later on using ChatGPT. Okay, so there you have it. So you have a lot of examples to see about different ad copies like that. So these are your resources. You could find some copy samples of whatever ads that you might probably want to look. You could just search here what type of ads that you are going to look for. Meron ding mga advertisers here to take a look on how they write their copies, as a good example. And then most likely once you learn the principles, or I mean the frameworks of copywriting, then you'll be able to write ads better. Okay. So yeah, going back here, yeah, so those are the yun lang po yung mga inilista ko dito. So there are more other places that you could find copywriting. It's almost in everything, even in books. So the books that you're reading, it contains copywriting in it. The way you're able to pick a book of interest is because of the wording in it that has been displayed in the cover of the book. Okay, of course, in harmony of the imagery or the visuals that has been used. So that's where you could find copywriting. So let me know if that makes sense. That's copywriting. And now let's jump into copywriting frameworks. So copywriting frameworks is basically a structure and guidance to be able to write persuasive copy. Familiarizing yourself about copywriting frameworks will advance your copywriting skills to the next level. And I'm going to demonstrate to you how you'd be able to do that later on. Especially today, meron na tayong tinatawag na mga AI tools. So once you learn the fundamentals, which is I really recommend, though there are already AI tools to make things or to do things faster, it's really important to know the fundamentals. That's why I brought you here to know the frameworks, what is copywriting, and also I'm giving you the resources that you have to spend time on to really understand deeper copywriting. Okay. And again, in our work as a freelancer, if you have a skill of copywriting, it will be much easier for you to actually do the other stuff, other creative stuff, because you could incorporate it, or you could focus more on copywriting skills alone, or incorporate it with other skills. Okay, so and create the different packaging of your offer. Now, this is what we call IDA. Okay, so ito yung pinaka-common na framework that is being used by copywriting. So this is what we call IDA. So what IDA means: attention, interest, desire, action. So basically, ang framework is, kumbaga, pagbabasihan mo like a guide how you would write a copy. Like for example, first part of your copy would be about attention, getting their attention. You grab the reader's attention by compelling headline. So yun po yung purpose ng mga headlines like this. So that's the headline. So it's to grab the eye of the reader, to give them some curiosity so that they will read to the next line of the copy, to let them know what it's all about, and then build interest. So once you capture their attention, so build the interest, then that's the purpose of the next line of the copy. Then incorporating desire, I mean, igniting the desires. So after the interest, igniting the desires that that lead them to take action. So yun po yung structure ng copy. That's how you should structure the copy. So this is just one of the framework. There's a lot more, and I'm going to show you an example later on how you would be able to produce a copy using this framework. Kasi sometimes when we don't have a framework, we might probably just try to write something out of, kaya maraming writer's block na nangyayari because we don't have some kind of a reference where to start. So since this one, you'll be able to see, oh, I begin with attention. What attention should I be starting with for my copy? So once you know, of course, part of copywriting that I didn't discuss here is yung research about the audience. You have to know the target audience. You have to know about not just target audience, about the business, about the that's why you have that in our week 3. So you have that crafting offer. That's part of being good copywriter, that you do research. Okay, so one of the things that I do for a client is I create some questionnaires to send to them to get their information about their business, about their products, about their service, about their clients, who are their target clients, so that I could basically apply these frameworks when I help them provide or create copy for their emails, for their ads, for their social media posts, like that. So yeah, so those are this is what we call copywriting frameworks. And there's another one called 4Ps. And 4Ps ng Pilipinas is pangtawid. Ano yung 4Ps? Pangtawid, pangkabuhay. I really don't, I'm not really fan of 4Ps. Okay, so 4Ps in marketing, of course, in copywriting framework is promise, picture, proof, and push. So picture is about giving them some vivid picture about the benefits that they will get. Then, of course, there should be some proof. Yeah. So first, start with promise. So remember that even I taught this to you in regards to in week 3 regarding creating your offer, crafting your offer. So you will see there that there's some part of the frameworks combined when we are building our offer. Okay, so here there's a proof, yung mga testimonials, case studies, then push, yun po yung call to actions that they should take action after that. So the last part of the copy, of course, is to invite them to take action. So again, here's more: STAR framework, situation, task, action, result. So you could read it all here. You could review it. You could have a copy of it after our call. So I'm going to send this to you so you could review that we're going to talk about. But I'm going to show you later on. So kayo na po mag understand it better later on, because I'm going to I'm going to allow you to spend the time on your work, on your assignment. I called it master work that you have to implement, because I don't want you to be just learning things. I want you to make sure that you are implementing things, that you're actually practicing what we are learning here. So you're not just kind of absorbing everything, but later on, I know that if you're not going to implement this will be just forgotten. Okay, so merong Bob, before, after, bridge, problem, agitate, solution, transform. Yan po yung mga different kinds of frameworks of copywriting that you could use as guide or reference when you're creating or writing a copy for a specific marketing content. It's either email, it's either Facebook ads, or it's either a script, even video script. Yung maggagawa ka ng script for a video, you could use this framework to start with. Okay, so 5 W's, the who, what, where, when, why, and how, and 1H. So yun po yung mga frameworks. Okay, so now I don't want to spend much of the time, because I want you to learn this by doing. Okay, so we have a skill master work that I want you to do. And that is number 1. I want you to spend more time on learning copywriting using the additional learning resources provided below. And that is, I'm gonna send this to you. This is the I have prepared to you. You could jump in here later on. I'm gonna explain. And then you have to find a company that sell a product or service that you like and apply what you've learned from copywriting training by creating the following marketing assets. So ito po yung i-create nyo, what we call sales page copy. Okay, so I have created here. Once you get this document, you copy this. So meron pong document, so you could open this. Ang gagawin niyo po dito is simply you will make a copy of this. Okay, ang gagawin niyo po is you will make a copy. Hindi niyo po ma-access ito. You don't want to send requests. Instead, you go to file and make a copy. Okay, so make a copy of this and then name it on your name, because you're going to submit this on our group for everybody to review, to check your work. So ang gagawin niyo po dito is that once you find a product or service, you will put all the details here. Ano yung name ng product? So like for example, if this is the product, of course you are not going to use this. Okay, they already have the copy. You could find some e-commerce products on the internet and then try to get the details about that, and then use that in here. You provide the information here, who are their target audience, and product descriptions. You could write product description and product USPs. So this information here, once you provide them, you'll be able to provide, or you'll be able to write a sales page copy for that specific product, and even write emails. Ito lang po yung assignment nyo. You have to, ito yung tawag natin mastery work, so that you will really experience what copy is. And then whatever you build here, we are going to use this later on next week. Okay, so next week, we're going to be in the design. We're going to do the graphic design, and then also we are going to build the page, mga web pages that we're going to put this copy on. Okay, so lahat po ng mga ilalagay niyo dito is that we will be using that later on the next week. Kaya you have to implement the assignment so that you will have something, of course, to do later next week. So you have a real experience. Kasi here's the thing. Clients, if you really want to land a client, they really want to see your work. Okay, so they want to see some example of your work. And the way you could give that is either you already have an experience, or you have really long or experience in the field. You already know how to do it in the field. You already have past experience working on that field, or either you could create a sample work that you have done, and that could be through trainings. That could be through certifications, and of course, certification is not enough. But once you really have a real work that you could show in the client, like for example, dito, I have allowed you to do this. So when you say, yeah, I have an experience in copywriting. So when you're talking to clients, you will be able to say, yeah, I have an experience in copywriting, and this is a sample of my work that we did in our exercise. And let me know what you think. So you see, they don't care more. They care less on certifications. They care more on the result that they could provide to them. So that's why in this, of course, you could provide something here, and I'm going to show you as especially today, you'll be able to craft copy much faster using AI tools. And again, so as I mentioned, you have different frameworks that you could use later on. I'm going to demonstrate that to you in a few minutes. But here's the thing, again, make sure you do this. Okay, I know it's easy to do this number two because of the AI tools today, but you are going to be more likely able to produce quality result if you do this. Okay, so skill mastery number one is you have to master all these resources that I've given you. So sign up po kayo sa Skillshare. So you have a link here, and you could have 30 days access to Skillshare. So napakarami pong benefit ng Skillshare, and Skillshare is I think 120 pesos a month lang yung babayaran nyo, or 1,000 per year if you pay for Skillshare yearly. And here's I want you to put in your mindset that if it's going to be investing for your skills, for learning, don't make that an excuse as expense. Okay? Madali po tayong mag-expense ng pagkain. Madali po tayong mag-expense ng mga kahit ano-ano mga bagay-bagay, no, that could not really investment but just actually a waste. But if you think about this, Skillshare is a good place to invest. Okay, especially because this is knowledge. Okay, knowledge is very important for us to keep learning, to keep growing. So even if you start with just free, even 30 days, ito po yung mga recommended copywriting course that I want you to go. So this I've learned a lot from these resources. Okay, so go here and you could apply a lot of the things that has been taught here. They more clarify some specific elements of copywriting that you needed to know and understand. Okay, so copywriting. So you have the links here. So once you have this document, just go to these links and then spend the time. So tigwa 1 hour lang po tong mga to. Okay, so I really urge you to spend the time. In 30 days, I don't think you have to spend 30 days to finish this too. If you're really going to be serious, simple time. You just have to manage your time to go here and spend the time. Hindi pa matatapos yung probably 7 days. You'll be able to finish this if you just properly manage your time. Okay, so once you learn this, so that's a good foundation now. You will have a good foundation of copywriting. And then here on, you will have you have to implement this now. So you will have a solid information about what is sales page copy, what is email marketing, as already previously discussed, mga types of emails. So you will learn more about this. I intentionally do this, okay, because I don't want to kind of lay out things to you. I really want you to dig in to learn all these things for yourself. Okay, so I already provided you the resources that you needed. So because that's more of you will learn more better when you do it yourself. Okay, so I'm just pointing you out to the right directions. So hopefully this is helpful to you. Yeah, I kind of get off myself on babysitting because many many people that I've trained in babysitting scenario, they didn't grow. Okay, and most likely they remain who they are. They remain like it's kind of hard to trust them delegating tasks, especially because they almost rely on everything that I from my command, from my teachings like that. So it's really important to really learn things yourself. Okay, so that's why I'm just pointing you to the right directions here, providing you preliminary information, and then where it's going to be used. And then now for you, it's time for you to spend the time. Okay, so that's your, I call it mastery work. Okay, skill mastery work. Number one, spend the time on copywriting. Skill mastery number two, create this marketing assets. So once you find a product or service, okay, so it's simple. Once you find a product or service that you want, it could be a product that you like to use, that you're searching for, that you wanted to buy, something like that. Then do something about that, and find that specific product, and then use it here. Fill this information here. Product description, mga benefits about the product. Product USB, by the way, USP is unique selling proposition. So what makes that product unique from the rest? So yun po yung unique selling proposition. So there you go. Again, it's much easier later on to do this. I'm gonna show you much easier way, of course, using ChatGPT. Um, but again, don't skip this. Okay. So I really want you to spend the time on learning more deeper on copywriting using those resources. There, spend the time, and then after this, once you completed your assignment, submit it to our group on Facebook group, so that we'll be able to review all of your work. Okay, so just submit it there. Hello everyone, this is my work for this week, and then make sure you hashtag with copywriting work. Okay, so copywriting work, hashtag it with copywriting work, so that I could easily find those submissions that you will submit on the group. Okay, so now, here are the resources that the tools and resources that I'm using. And by the way, let me also go through to the copywriting books that you could spend the time on. Eto medyo matataas to, so that's why I recommend it last. Probably just you have free time like that. So ang ginagawa ko, since I have audiobooks like Scrib, ang Scrib then is pretty much like Skillshare. Okay, a Skillshare is 120 a month, and Script is I think 129 pesos a month. So that's good investment if you could spend more time on audio reading. So because I'm most likely on audio reading, audio hearing, tama ba yun? Audiobooks. So you could spend the time, like for example, if you are exercising, if you are whatever you do, that you could spend the time on. You could utilize that time by listening audiobooks to just expand your knowledge about a specific topic. And you could find this here. Ito yung mga books that you could, I recommend about copywriting that you could listen to. And then lastly, there is what we call copywriting tools that I use for clients. It is what we call ChatGPT and Copy Coach. So let me show you in ChatGPT how you could write copy in ChatGPT once you familiarize yourself with frameworks, copywriting frameworks. That's why I spend the time on, I think, yeah. So that's why I spend the time with you discussing about the marketing framework, so that you'll be able to use that in writing copy. Okay, so writing copy. So, like for example, if we find a product, like for example, coffee maker or whatever product that we want to write, so you could start writing copy in ChatGPT, or either email marketing copy like that. So simply put, this is what I do. Most likely, let me just read first the comment. Okay, Lolita. Oh, sorry. Okay. Sorry to hear your situation, Mom Lolita. I'm glad you're back. Okay, so now let's go back to the copywriting work that we have. So, like for example, the product is going to be about. Can you suggest some product so I could show you? Again, the assignment is about buildings, those three marketing assets, the sales page copy, and emails, and then Facebook ad copy. So, wala akong maisip na product, something or service. Let me think. yeah, so let me just type in for a diet product, like for example, keto, uh, keto adaptive diet. Okay, so that's the products, for example. That is the what we call yung ituturo, or that they will learn in the product. That's about probably a course or a program. But we could name it differently. So for example, the product is called keto love, or what could be the name of the keto program. Let's just keto program. Let's just name that, just for the sake of naming. Okay, so keto program. So I have a product of keto program. So here's what I could do in ChatGPT, using ChatGPT. Uh, since we already know some framework, I could just simply say, "Hey ChatGPT, write me an email, write me a sales page copy using or applying the IDA framework for my keto program that teaches keto adaptive diet that helps my target audience. So whatever target audience, like for example, 60 or 50s or adult women, like that. It helps my target audience for adult women that are, so mali pa yung grammar. So you see that I applied here a framework for that specific sales page or sales page copy. So format it with headings and subheadings and bullet. So let's just start with this. So you see, let's see, you see that ChatGPT will provide you some good information that you could use for the sales page. You see that? And you have that copy. So discover the keto adaptive diet, your ultimate solution. So you see, this is a good thing about ChatGPT, that it already incorporate good copywriting. So because ChatGPT is actually a combination of a lot of um, submission from different users, and it has a huge database of information, so it could craft copy about this. And of course, as a freelancer, you don't rely on all of this copy here. You have to make sure an extra step is, of course, to do the research, that if this data is actually accurate. So you have to do some extra careful research to really know whether those information are actually true, because sometimes ChatGPT might not say or accurate. So it's actually not accurate on a lot of couple of datas. Not everything though, but it's great on providing a good accurate, not 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 really 100% accurate, but really good copy that you could start with. And you see that. But you have to do an extra research to really know that if the copy that has been provided by ChatGPT actually is accurate. So you see that you have a headline, you have a sub headline. Are you ready to achieve your dream body optimal health? So you could copy this later on. So this is what you do. So all this copy that you have that has been provided here, you could put this into you see that you already have a call to action. So join, blah, 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 and then a button here. So then later on, use this later on. You see here, still have questions, hesitation. So it's really good because it relies on a framework. So you stated a framework here. Okay. So again, all of this information here will be, you will never understand this unless you go through to all the lessons that we have, that I provided here. That's why I really recommend you to go through that, to go through those marketing lessons. Okay. Copywriting lessons. Those are very important steps. It would be very beneficial for you. So these courses here that I pointed out to you is just 1 hour, 1 hour or less. 1 hour over just 1 hour, almost 2 hours. So there are really a good lessons about copywriting that you have to dig into, and it will be make more sense when you're writing something or asking using ChatGPT better. You will be able to write copy better using ChatGPT when you have more knowledge about copywriting. Okay, so go through all those copywriting resources that I've sent you here. Okay, so yeah, so that's your assignment, and then the same thing again. By the way, when using ChatGPT, the format is you have to provide context. You have to provide a context what you really want to accomplish. That like I did here, right? So you ask a ChatGPT to write what a sales page copy using what AIDA framework. You see that, and for what? So for the Keto program, what that program is all about. That then who is the target audience? So that's why in the book here, or I mean in this copy here, you have to provide what this program is all about, the target audience. Yeah, so I could add more information here, like what does this program does or product does. So those information you could use that when typing or providing information for ChatGPT to generate the right information for you. Okay, so like for example, I already have this, so I could also type in write me an email series that will nurture nurture my subscribers about a healthy diet, so I can promote them this program. So probably this is kind of vague though. You could be more specific on this. Yeah, so there you go. So email subject one. So it writes me an email. So email body. So today, blah blah blah. Tip number one. So it actually provides some tips. So that's that's a good thing, right? So again, one of the things is because this is just an AI. No, though I should not say that this is an AI. It's powerful tool. Um, but you could see there's always a pattern about this. Meron siya mga pattern that you could obviously see that it's written by AI. That's why when you're using this copy here, you have to remove the parts that shouldn't be that could be modified and that could be improved. That is more that could be more human readable, if anything here that needs to be updated. But anyways, fairly ChatGPT is pretty great on grammar. Even you could ask ChatGPT to fix your grammar. So anyways, yeah, so you see that, and even once you created the copy, once you created the email copies, then you could also write a Facebook ad copy for this product that I can that will promote. But yeah, so just that's just it. So simple, right? Facebook ad copy for this product. So that, because I already established earlier about the information about the product, about my target audience, like that. So you notice that ChatGPT gives me a copy. Okay, so the headline, the ad copy, and I could even more specific. You see that this is actually applying the IDA framework still. You see that the headline, which is getting the attention, then giving the interest, or igniting the interest. Are you tired, like that? So introducing, so yeah, it ignites desires to them. So introduce the diet, and then here the benefits. You see that it's incorporating the framework of the copy. So you will see the patterns on the mga content in copywriting once you familiarize those frameworks. Once you're reading something, you'll be able to know and understand. Oh, it's great. It's using a framework. You could spot that on all this content, even on the emails. Okay, so hope this helps. Yan po yung copywriting. That's how you could write good copy, even using AI tools today. So that's why most copywriters today actually we don't. That's why this is also one of the things that the reason I don't pursue more of copywriting. I just incorporate it on other creative skill set that I have, like building funnels like that. So because building funnels is more of work in our creativity, because in the copy side, they're already meron ng mga tools that can actually help in that, and this is what ChatGPT. But then again, you have to really go through on to the foundation. Okay, so make sure you go to the foundation so that you could generate good copy using ChatGPT. Go to foundation of copywriting. So I really want you to spend time on this. Okay, so here another tools that I use is Copy Coach. This is actually a paid version. Copy Coach. Meron to mga if I and also I recommend this to my client. I actually let them purchase this. Like for example, if I meet them and I know that their business is still needs some copywriting work, instead of me doing or serving them copy, or if you want to serve clients in providing copywriting, so you could use this program. So what I do most likely is just I will just say, okay, I can't provide you more copy. Instead, I recommend you to get this tool here. You could purchase this tool and you could write copy for yourself. So you see there, this you have a lot of coaches here that you might be able to meet in the books that I recommend you. So their names will be able to find their names that are prominent in copywriting or in marketing world. So there's what we call tools, mga website tools, Google Ads, pag-create ng Facebook ads like that. But all of this, of course, can be done on using ChatGPT. Okay, so everything that's in here could be done in ChatGPT. For example, if I'm going to do something for the client, like I'm helping them create some emails, so I could use this, and also I incorporate ChatGPT in between two. Ina-harmonize ko lang yung paggamit ng dalawang tools. Okay, so again, you will be more effective on using ChatGPT or other AI tools if you have the fundamental skills, fundamental knowledge about copywriting. Okay, so that's why you have to go through to this. Parang balik-balik na ako doon. Okay, so more copywriting tools here. You could browse that recommended by ClickUp. So ClickUp, by the way, is one of the project management tool that we use. Okay, you could we will be learning more about that in the next couple of weeks about project management skills. Okay, so I think that's all for our training. So remember your assignment. So that's what copywriting is all about. So go to Skills Mastery, spend the time on copywriting, spend more on training, because I know this alone is not enough to grasp what copywriting is, what hindi natin tackle everything about copywriting. So skill number 2 is, of course, once you learn the basics, the fundamentals of copywriting through those resources, apply those by doing these resources. Provide this, you have to provide a sales copy, an email copy, Facebook ad copy. So yun na po yung ginawa ko in ChatGPT. You might say, oh, Clint, can I just follow what you have done? Yes, you can, but that's kind of cheating. Okay, you don't probably when you're going to work for a client, ang problema is that you might be spitting, walang laman yung i-spit out mo or ibibigay mo sa kanya because you don't understand the fundamentals of copywriting. Okay, so that's why it's very important that you have to go through to the fundamentals. Okay, so here again, like for example, I already have a copy, right? So I could even improve this more or better. I could spend the time more on making this better. But you could copy this. So ito po yung gagawin nyo. You copy that. Sorry. So actually, there's a copy here. Copy. And then paste that on your sales page. So there's a sales page copy here. So you could paste that there. So paste and oops, Control V. And there you have it. Oh, sorry. So proper copy pasting lang po. Control Shift V. still copying the format. So it's H1 kasi. So I could make that normal. And there you have it. So the next part is, of course, you format this copy. So instead of headlines, you remove those things like that. So you could make this bigger. You could make that headline like that. So you could format them headline like that. So heading 1, so that's smaller. So you could make that headline 3. Okay. So we will be, anyways, you don't necessarily have to format this for now because we'll be talking more about design next week. So that's more of about creating or putting all of this in a page. Okay. So that's why you have to review everything. You submit your assignments. I could review also how could improve your copy. And I could also figure out whether you are, you haven't spent the time learning copywriting. Okay, so I'm gonna delete this because you have to copy this. Okay, so yeah, so that's how you put all your work here so that you have a real experience. Okay, so I think that's all for this, and I'm gonna be sending this to you and in via email, so you're gonna get a copy of this. So you get this as your resources, and don't forget that this is your skill master work for this week, and then you make sure you submit that on our group, Facebook group. Okay, so if you have any questions, please let me know. Have you learned something about copywriting and using AI tools? Let me know if you have any questions. Um, Good evening, Coach. Sorry I wasn't able to join the past weeks. I was undergoing gallbladder. Again, Ma'am Lolita, sorry to hear about your situation, and hopefully okay na po kayo. Yes, Ma'am Caroline, maraming salamat. And yeah, you have to go through, especially the links that I provided you for your learning. So spend the time on that. So when you sign up with Skillshare, meron pa kayong 30 days free. So you spend the time. No, it's not actually that much, ma'am. Again, you just so familiar. You could just read this. You don't necessarily have to memorize this. You just have to familiarize what this is all about. So Fab, that this just actually features, advantage, benefits. Just remember it's like an outline of your copy when you're writing a copy. It's just something like an outline that you could follow. And then yes, go on to. I really recommend you to go through to those Skillshares links, and you will really learn a lot there. Okay, it's much more simpler to understand all this once you go through there. Okay, so please, really spend the time. Okay, spend the time until once you learn that, also spend the time on doing it. Wala pong mangyayari on your learning if you don't apply it. Okay. And also one of the reason or one of the ways that you can actually explore a skill, whether it's actually on your passion, because passion is not passive, it's active. You have to search for it, you have to explore so that you can discover what your passion really is. So you have to really go through to something. So hindi ka magwi-wait whether hindi ko yan passion. Passion is not passive, it's active. You have to really explore so that you will discover, oh, gusto ko pala ito. I just realized. So you will never know that's part of your passion unless you actually go through it. And you cannot know it's your passion if you're just learning about it and you didn't experience it. Okay, actually, when I go to college, natatawa ko in my experience. Hindi ko alam that ano yung course na pinasok ko. Hindi ko alam. Kasi we're so poor and medyo pinaaral lang din ako ng ate ko noon. And then when we go to when we go to the enrollment, hindi ko alam kung ano yung course. Nasa school na kami. Um, Parang nasa karinderya lang. Okay, yan na lang. Yun yung ginawa ko sa course. Yung course ko is, kinuha ko is related pala in IT. IT and ComSci, it's a ladderized course called AC or ACT, Associate in Computer Technology. Yan na lang, sabi ko. Tapos, hindi ko alam that when we started the lessons, um, yung mga programming na, yung mga C++, ano yan? Up until I learned when we go tapos nung nasa computer na kami, oh, ito pala yung course na kaya mong gumawa ng mga calculator like that. mag Mag-design. So dun pa na ano yung passion ko that I really like this. So that's why I'm telling you that passion is not passive, it's active. You have to explore, and up until you really experience it, that's where you find it's part of your passion. So keep exploring. So that's why that's one also of the goal of our skills training. You go through to all of the skills that I'm teaching you, and later on, whether you are experiencing that it's going to be your passion, you could pursue it as a sole specialist skill, or all of these skills that we are going to go through, you could combine it. You could combine them as a creative skill sets. Okay, so those are the goals of our series of trainings here. So keep exploring. Okay, so I know there will be some overwhelming experience that you will experience. Just go through it. Okay, so I've been there. Just have to pass through it. Hindi mo we are created of God pretty amazingly. You are wonderfully made. You just have to trust the process, especially on the learning process. If you feel tired, just rest a bit, go back, and there you have it. Sir Clint, sa system dryer certification, di ako makaproceed 80% ng score ko sa first quiz. Yeah, that means you just have to go through again. Okay, Mary Jill, don't get discouraged. And you could just review the lesson pretty easily. And I think you could go back on the certification if you still can't figure that out. One of the things that you could do is explore more about the platform, and later on you'll be able to go back to that quiz because you're already familiarized with the platform. Mas madali mo, mas mapapasa mo na, even you don't. When I go through that certification course, hindi na actually nanood sa mga tutorials because I already know those things. I just go to the quizzes. So because I've been it was I already probably 6 months using the platform. Then that certification was just released. So I took it, and I didn't necessarily need to go through. I just need some review. I ni-review ko lang yung iba kasi may iba na iba yung term na ginamit nila. But anyways, yeah, so use more of the platform, and you'll be able to answer those later on, or at least familiarize the keywords or the words that they have been used, and then remember those things and go back to the quiz. Yeah, and we will be using that later on as we are going to be building pages. Okay, any questions pa po regarding copywriting? So I think I don't want to spend more time to help you save more time and do your thing, unless there's really questions that you really want me to answer. Wala na po ba? I think wala na. Or unless there's still people typing, you could actually unmute yourself. Kung meron pong tayong Caroline, copywriting po, are we the one responsible for the wordings and pictures for clients approval? It depends po. It depends po. Most likely, regarding with the pictures like that, there are a lot of stock footages assets that where you could find, and also you could design that on Canva. But most likely, halimbawa kung ang client is ang kanyang hinihingi is of course to create a page, and then ang page is about her, of course you have to ask the picture from her like that. So kung mga pero ang picture pero ang product is all about something else, hindi that the client don't want to be in the page, then of course you have to help her or them to generate something or generate visuals for that. Of course, that's part of the design work later on. But the copywriting is more likely on the copy first. Okay? So, copy pa po tayo, Ma'am Caroline ha. Wag po muna doon sa design. So kaya po copy, you just have to paste ano po yung i-generate yung copy for the products that you're going to choose. So again, ang assignment niyo po is to find a product. Okay? Find a product or service that you think that you could write a copy for. And what you're going to write for is the copy for the sales page, the copy for emails, copy for Facebook. Okay, so kung hindi po clear what I'm talking about, ano ba yung copy, blah blah blah. So I already discussed that copy is a form of words. Okay, so yun po yung copywriting. So that's why you have to go through those lessons here. Okay, so go through these lessons, and you will have more fundamental knowledge about copywriting. You will, kung malalab mo ang copywriting, you will really thank those courses. I really recommend them. Okay. Okay, maraming pong salamat sa time sa lahat. So I think wala na pong tanong attendance. So salamat Ma'am Caroline, Gilbert, John. I think matagal din hindi nakapag-attend si Sir Gilbert. Ma'am Georgia Lima, Jolie, Carla, Lolita, welcome back, Mary Chill, and Narwin. And by the way, Narwin, hindi ko pa nakita yung review yung video mo. Sorry. I know you have submitted. I will spend the time on that. I will provide feedback. So just pretty busy this past 2 weeks. Kasi launching yung client namin. We have clients launching their products, so pretty busy. Yeah, so all right. So if you have any questions, wala na po ata. Okay, maraming good night po sa lahat, and have a great and wonderful night. Bye-bye po.